Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I want to know what your thoughts are on today's natural gas report. Jump down in the comments real quick, let me know how you're feeling. Was it as much of a surprise to you as it was to me? In this video, we're going to do three things. One, we're going to take a look at today's natural gas report. And then two, we're going to dive into the charts. We're going to look at natural gas futures as well as UGAZ. And finally, number three, I'm going to share an interesting news article with you that may make you a little more bullish on natural gas. Let's go. So this morning we saw a net increase of 89 billion cubic feet of natural gas storage compared to last week. I think this surprised a lot of people, including myself, mainly because winter weather seemed to have hit throughout the country. So you may be sitting there wondering what is going on and what should we expect next week? Well, you and I are going to talk about this, and I think we should go ahead and flip over to the report and just break it down right now.
Okay, we've got the EIA, U.S. Energy Information Administration weekly natural gas report that comes out every Thursday, 1 hour after the market opens. And I just want to go through it with you real quick, and then I'm going to put this link up here. I'll put that in the description below so you can direct link right to this report if you haven't seen it already. So what we're looking at here is we've got our weekly natural gas storage report for all the regions, and this was a surprise to me. And the reason for that is because on every level, the East, Midwest, Mountain, Pacific, South Central, and the total, everything is moved up in terms of storage. So we had an overall net increase in injection and storage of natural gas. We moved from 3,606 billion cubic feet that you can see right here as of 10/18, moving up to 10/25 ending last week at 3,695 billion cubic feet. So we moved up, it said a net of 89 billion cubic feet. And if we come down here a little bit, we can kind of see that down here as well. Here's our 89 billion cubic feet from the previous week. So it's really interesting what happened. I think a lot of us were expecting the first withdrawal of the season because it got so cold, and you could see the price of natural gas really starting to push up. Everybody was making money, taking a little bit of profit, and now here we are sitting with more storage at the end of last week. So my thoughts on this are that what I think we're looking at is a lag. We had barely any storage, just a little bit of increase, which caused the markets to come down today, the futures markets to come down. But I think that lag, that carryover, the cold weather with the heating of homes didn't have enough time to have a significant enough impact on the storage to officially show a withdrawal. So I really think that moving into next week and next week's report on Thursday, I think then we will more than likely see that withdrawal for the first time of the season. So looking at this right now, I know it's a little disheartening. A lot of us were thinking we were going to get the withdrawal and get a further push up in price, but we got the pullback. And the reason for that, obviously, is because we have this storage. But I do think it's a lag. The weather's still very cold here in Colorado. It got very cold. We're in the teens right now. And so we know people are heating their homes. We know people are using natural gas. Now we just need to see that lag sort of catch up with the report, which I think going into next week is going to be what we're going to get.
So now that we understand the report a little better, let's take a look at the natural gas futures chart as well as UGAZ in order to see the effect of the report on this morning's price action. So let's pop over to the chart.
All right, we've got natural gas up on the chart. We're on the daily time frame. You can see that right here. And I'm going to zoom in just a tiny bit. Now let's take a look. So yesterday when we were talking about this candle pushing up, we had 1, 2, 3 trading days that were really hard pushing upwards. And we talked about how this level in here with these bubbles are proving to possibly be a support line. And if you didn't catch yesterday's video, I'll put a card right up here. Go ahead and check out yesterday's video right here, and that'll break down this level and you'll get a better understanding of what we were talking about. So we said that once we popped up here, natural gas report was either going to cause a big pullback or a big jump up higher, possibly breaking this 200 simple moving average, which is this green line. Well, we got more storage. So we turned bearish, and as you can see as a result, we got the big push down today. So we're right now down to 2.63 after being up at a high of 2.738. So quite a pullback. It looks like price action might be coming down, trying to look for a support level. And now we've got a week until the next report. And I think the consensus is, and a lot of people are feeling like we're definitely going to see that withdrawal next week. The lag will catch up with storage and we'll see the actual use withdrawing from our storage levels. So I'm feeling pretty bullish about it moving forward, but the sentiment now and kind of the hangover of today's report could result in a couple of days down with a nice curl right in the support level before we start to move back to the upside. So that's the natural gas December futures chart. And then just to also get an idea for what happened over with UGAZ, let's just take a look at its chart as well. And yeah, you can see that's a pretty good pullback. UGAZ had a high this morning of 1727, and I actually had a couple comments from a few people saying that they took some profit in the 17s. I think someone even said they took profit at 17 and a quarter. So that's, you almost top ticked that thing. That's amazing. But if I zoom in a little bit here, we can see just that big pullback, and we talked about this bubble in yesterday's video. So we got the pullback. We're looking for support to kind of come in right in this area, and it may have, you guys may have kind of found support at that level. As you can see, this tail starting to show itself. So it bottomed out and is now tucked back up a little bit. So that's positive for you guys. But flipping back over here to the futures chart, it just looks like it could have a tiny bit more room on this chart before it starts to curl back to the upside. So that's the technical analysis side of things. It's good to just see where the support levels are and to also just be aware of possible resistance levels. So I always like to dive into the chart after we talk about the report or after we talk about some news. So that's your technical breakdown for the natural gas report.
So as I promised in the intro, I have a news article for you that I found super interesting. All of this info is from the U.S. Energy Information Administration, and I'll leave the link to the article in the description below so that you can go check it out. So according to this article, the United States saw its net natural gas exports in the first half of 2019 more than double from the same period last year, thanks to more liquefied natural gas, which they call LNG, export capacity coming online in recent months. So between January and June of 2019, U.S. net natural gas exports averaged 4.1 billion cubic feet per day, more than double the average net exports of 2018. A large part of the recent increase in U.S. natural gas exports is due to a growing number of liquefied natural gas facilities that are coming online. U.S. exports of liquefied natural gas jumped by 37% in the first half of 2019 compared to the first half of 2018. The U.S. will be the global leader in newly built liquefied natural gas liquefaction capacity, there's a big word, between 2019 and 2023, data and analytics company Global Data said earlier this month. Now, despite the fact that liquefied natural gas exports surge, most U.S. natural gas trade is being made along the pipelines to Canada and Mexico. U.S. exports to Mexico increased by about 5%, and exports to Canada stayed basically flat in 2019. The EIA expects net natural gas exports to continue to increase due to growing liquefied natural gas export capacity and more pipelines to Mexico coming online later this year and on into 2020. So if that doesn't make you bullish, I don't know what will. It looks like we have a lot coming down the pike. We have a natural gas report next week to look forward to. It looks like we might get our first withdrawal then due to this lag. I know today was disappointing. I want to hear in the comments below what you guys did to manage your position today. Did you take profits? Did you cut losses? Did you take small profits just to get out and reload? Leave a comment below. Let me know how you managed it today. I hope everyone had a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.